I bought every single color brick LEGO had available on their website and accidentally became a scalper in the process. Some of them were bestseller parts, which shipped in a couple of days, but most of them were considered standard, which meant I had to wait an entire month for them to ship from Denmark, a country which LEGO's new Smart Brick is not available. But they're finally here, and I'm very excited to unbox them with all of you. There's so many of them. I kind of briefly sorted them where these are the bestseller pieces on this side, and these are the standard one. And then I also separated these bags because they're for a separate video. But right off the bat, you may be noticing that there's a lot of separate bags here. Normally when you do a pick-a-brick order, it puts it all in one bag, or if it's split between bestseller and standard, you'll get 2 bags. But this is like a dozen bags. Well, that is where my accidental scalping comes in. So I'm gonna tell my story as I cut all of these individual bags open. I've been waiting to make this order for so long. There's a bunch of pieces that I use so frequently that I have so few of, and I have them on Bricklink wanted lists and whatever, but they never pop up, or they're really expensive on Bricklink. We'll get to some of that are just 10 times more expensive on Bricklink than you can get on LEGO's Pick-a-Brick. But I've been wanting to get them. I've been running out of them. I've been, having frustrations, just trying to make videos and constantly running out of them. Wow, that's satisfying. So I had a big long wish list on my Pick-a-Brick, but I have been waiting to make an order until the perfect combination of opportunities arose, if you will. So LEGO does a promo every once in a while where you get double points on their website. I should explain that too. So you can get cashback points, or VIP. They used to be called VIP points. Now they're called insider points. Basically, anytime you make a purchase at a LEGO store or on LEGO's website, you get 5% of what you spent. So if you spent $100, you would get $5 in points to use on a future LEGO purchase. Ooh, these are like Ziploc bags. These are the standard orders, so that's kind of nice. It's just a massive pile. Wow. Okay. And on LEGO's website, you may also not know that they have a service called Pick-a-Brick, where you can, at the LEGO store, how they have a big wall of the different pieces. They have that, but online with way more pieces. It's just that you can't just fill a box for $18. You have to pay a price for an individual piece. But the prices are pretty good. You could get most of these parts for under 10 cents. So I spent many times 10 cents getting all these. And they do promos, especially at the end of the year. There were so many weeks, around Black Friday, Cyber Monday, where they're doing double points, which is basically 10% cash back. And then there's this thing that you can get other cash back through different extensions, and some of them are kind of like scams, like Honey. The one I use is Rakuten, which I think is also kind of in that same shadiness, where it's it kind of steals commissions from... or affiliate commissions from people who, do the affiliate marketing. Anyways, so that was probably 2 to 5% during this time. So we're looking at 15% off basically for all these pieces. And the big thing is there is a gift with purchase at this time. So if you were looking for a certain gingerbread set and you haven't been able to find it anywhere, it was all out of stock. Unfortunately, that's my fault because I scalped 8 of them accidentally. It's not really scalping. This was the free gift with purchase that LEGO does all the time, and a lot of them are very highly sought after, especially ones with licensed minifigures that are exclusive. This one, however, I didn't really see anyone really caring about. It's a really cool thing. It's a gingerbread train with all these fun colors and an ice cream cone smokestack, the little front cow catcher thing, and even well, this doesn't move, but the wheels do move. That's really cool. I ended up getting 8 of them, and apparently LEGO's terms of service say that you can only get 1 per household. Oops. I literally never knew this because I've been pulling this trick for a while, where you split your order up into multiple orders to meet the minimum GWP threshold. This one was 70, which is very, very low. Normally they're at least 150. So I would fill up my cart with Pick-a-Brick and then wait until I hit the 70 threshold, and then I would make that order and then start a new order where I would get another train. I did this 8 times, and it's not really scalping for 2 reasons. One, I'm not intending to resell them for a profit. These are going straight into my collection to make videos with. I could use some sort of fun, actually that was the idea for this year, a Christmas train video, until I got sick and couldn't do it. And 2, scalpers tend to go after the super sought after sets, which this I don't think is. Because by artificially inflating scarcity, they're the ones with all the supply and they can control the prices on the aftermarket. Do not buy from scalpers, even if it's a set you really, really want. Wait a few months and LEGO will have it back in stock, or other retailers. What I did, I guess you wouldn't consider scalping. I guess it would be like abusing a loophole, because I don't know, like they say you can only get 1 per household, but they were the ones who gave me the gift of purchases. They saw the orders, they probably rolled in all at the same time. Oh, also another reason these weren't super scarce, these were available for like 2 weeks, and I made all these orders on like one of the last days they were available, and they were still in stock. I know I kind of wanted the Motorcade Parade GWP that came out just at the beginning of January, except I was shopping for it on the very final day, and it was all sold out. This one, they had so much extra stock laying around, and I don't even know what they do with GWPs after like the gift period lapses. Do they just have to like part them out or sell them normally? I don't know. So I definitely wouldn't consider it scalping, but it is definitely abusing a loophole in LEGO's system. But like I said, they didn't enforce it, and the reason I found out this was actually a thing, I never actually knew this. I looked it up because I was making my like 6th or 7th order. I'm like, is this okay? And I looked it up, and apparently it's technically not okay, but I was reading a Reddit thread, and they like never enforce it, which is kind of weird. The worst they would do is like take the GWPs out of one of your orders. And so I feel a little bit slimy about doing this, but at the same time, I spent way more money than I would have if I would only have gotten one of these things. I probably would have only spent $70, whereas this, I think this cost me like $500, which is crazy. But I waited, I've been waiting to make this order, like I said, to maximize on the double insiders points, 10% cash back or 15 with Rakuten, and then also getting a bunch of these free things as well. So this was the best time to do this, and I've been waiting a long time, like I said, because I've needed a bunch of these pieces. So I'm gonna do a very satisfying sorting timeline. This is gonna take me like an hour, oh no. But for you, it's gonna be like 10 seconds. Here we go. Okay, wow, this took way longer than I was expecting. It almost took 3 hours, and unfortunately, I don't know the exact amount. You'll see a cut in the clip pretty soon, because my phone, which I still use to film everything, I don't have a real camera, it died halfway through the recording, or about 2 hours into the recording, and I didn't catch it right away, so there's a little bit of a jump. I don't know how much exactly it jumped, but even if it's like 10, 20 minutes, whatever, it's like just shy of 3 hours of non-stop sorting. I totaled all the pieces together, and again, this is not a joke, 5,700 and exactly 67 bricks in this order. This was insane. But before we get into the crazy pile situation I've got going on here, I've been meaning to unbox this package for the longest time. This is from another LEGO YouTuber, Brick Science, and he just had this big, or not just, it's been a couple of months ago at this point, he had this big product launch where, well, it's a product inside, and you can see it's called the stud measure, and I crossed out some of the doxable stuff, but, you know, B3 not main, and I left this. I could have just, like, taken this all off entirely to be entirely safe, but look at this, it's number 1, well, it says order number 1021, so I don't know if I was the first person to order this, I don't know, but it's really cool. I did open it already because I needed to use it for something, but it came in this nice, shiny little package here, snaps onto studs. I've had some issues with the snapping, but here it is. Wow, oh, first of all, look at this, this is really cool. Signed postcard with Riley and Ooblot. This is really cool, and he has the John 3:16 Bible verse, John 1:1 on the back. Super cool he's using his platform to share his faith like that. But yeah, it's super cool that he's able to share this amazing technology with me too, because I have, well, yeah, I've built Lego makeshift Lego rulers in the past, and this is super cool because it, well, we'll sneak peek on some of the bricks here, just green 2x4s, but it can measure studs this way. So I think you can even like attach, I haven't used it this way yet, but you attach it to, no, you probably attach it on this side. There we go, it snaps the studs. Okay, that actually is very satisfying. And then you can measure it. This is 2 or 4 studs long. I could have told you that, but if you have a bunch of them together, it starts to get more and more useful. Like if we connect two, unless just doing basic math, 2 2x4s makes 8. Wait, does he have like every 8 marked off? That's probably like useful for him. But not only that, what I've been using it for mostly is the other side. It almost looks like a normal tape measure, but this is how you can measure height of bricks, which in my opinion, or what I need it for, is a lot more useful. And this is the thing where it feels a little bit like an illegal building technique, snapping it to the studs on the top, because it doesn't have like a nice stud connection. It has like half a connection that it kind of has to jam in to the bricks. It feels like I'm damaging the bricks, but it's really sturdy, and you can like do this. I've had a lot of fun playing with this. So 10 out of 10 product. Go. I don't even know if it's still available or not, but I'll try to leave a link in the description to support my man Riley. But let's support this, because this is insane. This is like a once in a couple of years of pick-a-brick order, because it was just the perfect storm of promos and everything. And again, like I said, I have been wanting to get some of these pieces. So we're gonna take you off the tripod and kind of just do a pile tour. So starting out the very left-hand side here, we've got some 1x2 bricks that are in colors that I do not have very many of. I just realized my microphone may not like track me all the way, so I'll move it a little bit closer. Here we go. We're very professional here. But we've got some in lime, because I've been doing a video recently where I've been building walls out of lime, and I constantly run out. So I got some lime. I got some of this like light aqua. We've got some lavender, some sky blue. There's so many shades of blue, I don't even know who's who. But we've got, hold on, what order do I want to do this in? Might as well show you this pile, or these 3 piles, I should say. Oops. I think the tape measure messed that up. So, I've definitely showed this in a previous video on this channel. We've got some of these rounded 1x2 plates, some of these, a lot of different yummy colors of these, 1x2 plates with the bar on the end, and then a lot of these clips of various colors. And the great thing about these, if I put you back on the tripod there, wonderful. These are the ingredients to build a little spark bot. This is not going to be a canonical one because it's just all random colors. But I had a lot of fun doing that Disney Pixar SparkBot video. They're super easy to do, minus the pieces. And a lot of you really seem to enjoy that and wanted to do like different spin-offs of that, like every Disney movie, every superhero, every Marvel movie is going to be a pain, or maybe every Marvel superhero, just do the popular ones. I don't know, but I definitely want to do more of those. I just need to get more pieces because, as I said, look at this. Oh, that's amazing. I ran out of these doing like the Ratatouille and the Bugs Life ones. So excellent. Now I have more of these that I could do. I can either replace those or do other things with those. Unfortunately, they didn't have that many colors available for the middles. The middles are the real killer, but I'll get more of those eventually. I don't know, maybe. There's some like retired colors on Bricklink I could still get, or maybe they'll introduce new colors. I'm not sure, but I am sure that I got a lot of different feet colors. These are amazing. I think I had a couple of these before. I don't know if I had these. I definitely ran out of the orange ones and the blue ones while I was making that video. So I have a bag of like old SparkBots that I kept having to go in and steal from. So now I can go back and I think even like these I had to steal. And do I have any? I've got the Bud Orange colors, but I don't have normal orange. Oh well, I had to steal some of those too. But anyways, all 3 of those piles probably contributed to at least 2 trains just on their own. Excellent. A lot of these colors had to be the best sellers ones. Which, by the way, I did not mention earlier. They had to shut down their standard service for the longest time because of the whole tariff situation, and now they're finally back, which is amazing. So yeah, that's another reason I've been holding off on this order, because so many of these yummy colors, I don't know why I keep calling the colors yummy, were not available. So now they are, and maybe I should just unplug it from the microphone, because I'm gonna be like moving all around, and like if I go over here, you can't hear me anymore, and if I go over here, I don't know, maybe I should get like a lav mic. I'm very low tech over here. I spend all my money on Lego instead. We've got a lot of great colors in 1x3s. I remember vividly running out of these ones and having to scourge scrounge, I should say, scavenge and scrounge around for purple 1x3s. I was building the Ligor thumbnail that Eero, he was on the thumbnail, Eero drew it. It was the monster halfway through the video, or he was purple on one side. I did not have very many purples. Do I have oranges here? Okay, I have 0 of these in orange. Excellent. I just got a bunch of the rare colors. That's what I'm calling this video, every color of Lego, because I pretty much found a piece. Here, I even have some of my order sheets, which is very funny. So these are not the bestseller ones. These are the standard ones, because the bestseller packing sheets look a little bit different. But you can see I found a color that I like, or a piece that I like, and then just, well, this is 8 because it's like a circle. Here, we'll show you this one. We're doing all over the place here. Oh, man. But you need 4 of these to make a circle, obviously. The microphone's moving away from me. I'm so sorry about the sound on this one. You need 4 to make a circle, and so I got 8 to make 2 circles. But you can just see 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, all the way down. It's so satisfying in all the different colors. Oh, wow, that's like a trippy optical illusion effect. I wonder if that's showing up on your end. But then for most of the things, I just got like 10 of everything. So that started to add up quite quickly, and it would be a thing where like I would go through, find a piece that I needed because I've been wanting, and I would fill my cart with that, and then it would like max out to 70 so much, and like, oh wait, I have an idea for this piece because I've been running out of these 1x3s. I'm like right up next to the microphone. I'm so sorry. 1x4s in. I literally have a thing right now that I had to replace them with like a 1x3 and a 1x1. I need so many dark gray tiles. I should just get way more. I do have way more in another pile actually, but I would fill up my cart with that, and it's like, oh wait, I need these now 1x1s. Again, I still have the volcano put together for the island video that I did, and that ate up a lot of 1x1 plates and 1x1 bricks, which are over here. I probably should have like sorted things better, like pile wise, because some of these ones I realized were like way too, I didn't give enough space, so now they're all kind of bleeding together. But that's all right. We've got, oh, okay, another big one that I want to do a follow-up video to, the Drawing Your Monsters video. I mentioned it earlier, and I need a lot of teeth and claws for that sort of thing. So those are the kind of the rubbery teeth. Can I reach? It's like very back corner. All these different colors of the claw piece, because you can use these, like I said, as teeth or as like fingernails. I think what was his name? Actually, we don't have them in that yellowish color. The Choodle had a bunch of those light yellow claws that I like was running out of, so you can even see in different shots his front feet, or whatever feet were facing the camera, had more toenails than his back feet, or the toenails were bigger. Yeah, now, well, I still can't fully realize Choodle because I don't have any of those pieces. They were retired, or some of the pieces, because it was at the end of the year. I think Lego was just retiring some of their sets, and so they were out of stock. But I was able to get most colors in most of the pieces that I wanted, including these ones over here. Now these are a lot of construction tiles, and you might recognize this one in particular I used in my yellow robot factory. So I like factories, and I wanted to get more industrial pieces to do some more stuff with that without having to always steal from that. A lot of other 1x1 plates. I think I mentioned the gray ones, but I went through, got every single color imaginable, including some of these like rarer colors. Lavender. Oh man, when I was building the poster bed in the monster video, the pink bedroom, did not have any of these. I had to scrounge around for some of those. I had a watering can set with like different colored butterflies. I demolished that thing because not only did I need yellow for like Pikachu and some of the yellow monsters, but it had some butterflies in it that I killed. I killed all of them. They're in endangered species now. We got some more teeth in like a bunch of different colors. I don't know if I would ever need like a blue tooth, but you can also use these as different roof shingles and all sorts of things. Wow, that's a lot of things. We'll talk about it. I can move my microphone. So a lot of these are sparky eyes. We've got these like giant gold ones. I got a bunch of these because I could probably use these in like a steampunky sort of build, as well as like just like end caps to different piping, or I don't know. We got two. I think I got 2 or 4 of most of these 4-leaf clovers. If I could just build one right now. Do I want to do? Well, I'll use my little example guy. Because I only have one hand at the moment. I'm using my other hand for filming purposes because we don't have a tripod. But there we go. We could just have a little guy named Lucky. He could be for... I could do like a St. Patrick's Day sort of thing. I don't know. Why do I only have one of these eyes? Oh, you know what? I have a big old pile of 2x2 round tiles in different colors. And I think what happened is that one of the black ones here has an eye printing on the other side, because I definitely got 2 of those. But yeah, so there's that. A new eyepiece that I've never actually seen before. I don't even know what this is from. Probably one of the creator animals, or like, they don't do brick heads with circular eyes, so I don't know what this would be. I like these eyes. These are goofy. These look like the Mixel Gloppy eyes if they were like flattened, you know what I mean? These ones can I bring down? This is chocolate gloppy, but it's the ones that can like spin around depending on how you spin them. The normal eyes, I guess like this is kind of more normal of a Lego eye. I got the weird like flat turtle eye sort of thing because I don't have very many of these, again, for more Sparkies. But these ones don't have a pupil. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's why it's so silly. We got different like emojis on them, like different hearts. Lovely. And I thought there was another emoji. A battery emoji? Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. For like a Sparky that's low on battery. A bunch of these things. I didn't realize this would be on Pick-a-Brick because normally licensed set stuff isn't. But this is like the grape soda badge. I think from Up. Am I right? I think so. We got some sunflower seeds for my classic sunflower Sparky bot. A little amoeba from a... What is that? A microscope thing? What even is that guy? Like a... middle-aged baldness or a male pattern baldness, sorry, face, well, I don't know. Different like recipe cards. You are here from the world map set. The periodic table radium symbol. That's a brickhead eye. In my new video that I'm working on, I complain about blue raspberries, and apparently like there's a Lego blue raspberry piece, so that's fun. This tapestry eye. That's about everything. These like scary cat eyes, some coins, this cool little mocha pattern. I don't know if this is meant to be a cookie or what. But yeah, lots of fun stuff that can be used in lots of fun Spark bots. Some Technic bricks, specifically the 1x1 ones, because I have a lot of the 1x2 ones, but these are so useful because you can like squish them together and they're not centered. So again, for different potential monster builds, could definitely use some of those. Rail plates in a bunch of rare colors. I think I skipped out on colors that I have a bunch of because I do have a bunch of these, but I don't have them in teal, dark red, dark blue, sand blue, and then the like skin color as well. This snail piece, I think it's a slug. Amazing that was introduced, I think for One Piece, but they are also in Animal Crossing. I love this little guy. They should really make him in green, though, for our Slugger. This lime green color, in fact. I got a bunch of 2x4s as well, because of the same reasons as these ones. We got some masonry bricks in colors I didn't even know existed, like this hidden side green, this light aqua, and I think I have some in olive, but lots of fun colors. Snot, so much snot. Including D-Snot, I've like very much grown fond of using D-Snot for different detailing techniques. So I've got a bunch of them in a bunch of different colors, like blue and green, and I think there's some red in there, pink, yes. So as well as Snot bricks in not only just this orientation, but like we got the corners where they're like on adjacent sides. We got the microphone bringing closer to me. I think there was some with like all sides, maybe just the corners. Maybe opposite sides? I don't know. I'll have to look through them and sort through them again later. But we've got a bunch of these arms. These I have used in SparkBots in the past. They're just for general piping and detailing and creature builds. So lots of creature build arms and legs could be used with these. I know I definitely did a lot in the monster video. These pieces, alright, this is what I meant earlier when I said Bricklink's overcharging. These pieces are so useful. I might have talked about them before on this channel. And Bricklinker sellers are selling them for like 50 cents a piece. These were 5 cents a piece. I was paying 10 times. I haven't been buying them on Bricklink because they're so useful, but I don't want to pay that much for one piece. But I think the reason is because they're only getting them in sets. That is one thing that I do appreciate about most Bricklink sellers is that they don't use pick-a-brick like that. Speaking of scalping earlier, they don't like, well, maybe some of them, but probably some of them do, to be honest. They don't go in and buy up all of one piece so then it's out of stock. Like I think a bunch of the animals actually, unfortunately, do get scalped like that. And then they go like upcharge them. What a lot of Bricklink sellers do is they buy a bunch of individual sets, which maybe has its own problems. But no, Lego mass produces sets enough for like if you want one, you'll be able to find them for the most part. But they buy a bunch of sets and then they part them out and then they're able to make their money that way. So that I can absolutely respect, as well as I can respect inverted brackets, all sorts of ones. We got the tall ones. I think there's some 1x1 ones in there. Is this a 1x1 one? Yes, I love the 1x1 ones. It's very hard to say. We got the ones that go on the top of the brick, and then the ones that go on the bottom of the brick. We've got a bunch of these candlestick pieces in rare colors like lime, silver, gold. Lots of fun gold piping potential with this and this. I think I talked about this in my, what was it, like the Lego store when we were in Chicago. Lots of fun piping for steampunk potential, as well as all sorts of fun colors. Again, these could be combined with these, not only for piping, but for different arm and leg detailing and all sorts of different colors. These pieces, well, we'll talk about these ones first. I definitely remember talking about running out of orange spots for, what was his name? Oh, I forgot. The red monster with all the orange spots. I did not have enough of them and I had to steal from a piece. That's like my biggest, probably time bottleneck when I'm building, is just running out of pieces. And so that's the main purpose of this entire nonsense, is so I can stop running out of pieces. I know I still will, but this will just like provide me with different opportunities to do different builds, like without having to worry about like conserving. Oh, I only have, before I got this order, I only had like 2 of these things or whatever. This will help me like be a little bit more efficient that way. But lots of these 2x2 spots for all sorts of spots. If you want to do a spotted monster in the next video, I've got all the different colors of spots now. You saw the sheet earlier. But I also have the 3x3 boys. I don't know why I said it that way, but these are so fun. Not only can you like center them on a brick because they've got the 4 studs in the middle. Let's move the microphone way over here. But you can also do all sorts of stuff, if I could talk, with like, I know in the dog village I had different like cobblestone patterns. It's just fun to have like a new size variation. Also, there was like a 6 wide version of this is in one of the Mario sets. So I can't wait to get a bunch of those in different colors. I think they only exist in white right now. But what doesn't only exist in white is these macaroni tiles, which I mentioned earlier. I got 8 of every single color under the sun. Oh, I dropped that. 7 of every single color under the sun. And oh, the neon color. I think I had some earlier. No, that's in this pile up here. But it looks so ridiculous. Under the black light, I think it looks even crazier. We got a bunch of 1x1s, not just in gray, because I run out of those in the volcano all the time, but in dark reddish orange, neon yellow, a bunch of the pink, purple, yellow, blue, green colors. And then finally in the very back, I cannot reach it, but a lot of, oh, I can reach it. A lot of useful tiles, 2x2, including in dark gray, because I always need more of those, but in all sorts of fun colors too. Ooh, oh, I'm not done at all. Okay. These pieces, again, instrumental in a lot of the monsters. I only had a few of these, but I guess before you could do it where you have a Technic brick with a hole in the center, like I was talking about earlier, and then put like a little Technic pin in there to give it a stud. But this is so you have friction and you don't have to like worry about it spinning around and such. This you can just pose it at any such angle that you want. Very, very useful to center different eyes and noses and mouths on different creature builds. I'm looking forward to using all those different colors. We got a little bit of this. I think I was just like, I like using these for different pine trees. So I got maybe 20 of them because that was the kind of the standard for all. This is just ridiculous as I pan the camera around. I got way too many pieces. We got a few of these, like the 3 different bars at different angles that you can use in conjunction with these ones to make, if I could do it, different like hands. Like I bought every single color brick Lego had available on their website and accidentally became a scalper in the process. Wow, I think I got enough for exactly 2 hands. Maybe these were actually a little bit expensive, so I got more of those than I got of these. I got one last copy of each shield before they were retired. Rest in peace to the Black Falcons, Forestmen, and Lion's Knight. A few of these ones, I know I got like 100 of the double-sided pixel joints in a previous video, and I realized that these are the ones I actually need. So I got 10 of those. I got a bunch of these puddle pieces. Unfortunately, they had them in a few other colors, but they are all out of stock. But I was looking... I probably had to look for 10, 20 minutes when I was looking for the little drool piece for the Merit monster, the monster carrot. And so now I will never have to look for these again unless I like lose like the bin that I put them in. But now I have options to do all sorts of different puddles. We've got these pieces, which I don't think I've ever seen before. They're like the 2x2 pieces, but they go on the bottom of a brick. Like you can see, I can even do, I should probably just get a... Oh, these were in the vending machine actually, because they made coins with these ones and then these ones in the top. Let's just make a sandwich here. This is a sandwich with a pretty big pickle in it, I guess you could call it. But anyways, we got a couple of studs in different random colors, especially dark brown, that I don't have very much of. And then the final thing, or the final couple things in the order, look at these! Transparent black leaves? That's crazy. Actually, since I made this order, I've been looking for these in my bins. Like, I think this has happened 3 or 4 times because I've had need for them. And I'm like, where are those? I thought I got some of those. And they've just been sitting in Denmark. So now I finally have them and can use them. And then finally, I got 3 different colors of the Mateo Dreams vest. I saw a comment saying that they use it for Sans Undertale. That's amazing because I wanted to get one for Dipper. And maybe even red would be better for Dipper. I didn't know they made them in so many colors. We got a gray puffy vest, a red puffy vest, and a blue puffy vest. So I definitely want to make a Sans as well. So thank you for that suggestion. And thank you for watching this insane video. I do not recommend doing what I do with the different like GWP thresholds. I still don't know if it's like, because I've seen so many haul videos where people are like proudly proclaiming that, and I'm like ashamedly proclaiming that I got 8 trains doing all of this, because it's technically against the rules, but they don't like make that clear anywhere. I had to like dig to find it because I was curious. So anyways, I hope Lego is not mad at me for doing this, but I did spend quite a lot of money buying all these pieces, and I will give them quite a lot of free advertising using these pieces in different videos. I hope you enjoyed this piece of free advertising. Remember to check out that stud measure if that's still available. And I hope you have a rad day. No, it's blurry. I hope you have a rad day.